Okay, on this particular property, I'm actually thinking if I'm going to call it or not. We'll see. We'll see. But guys, this is for Karla and Tony. This is on Old Oak. I think I'll be calling, well, I don't think I will be calling now because it says I'm calling Karen, and Karen's a realtor. And here's what I'm looking at. Asking price $499,000. And I believe from the notes, well, no, I don't think I'm reading that right, but it says on here, you guys wrote on here, not distressed. A realtor who's not distressed and they didn't give you the mortgage information, even though it does say that it's a divorce sale, but then it says now wants money, apparently. You know what? Oh, she isn't the owner, it's their agent. I'm not calling their agent. I want to talk to the seller. And if this property is listed and the agent called you guys back and wants you to talk to the agent, then I'd rather wait for this thing to go to the expiration. Now I know why you don't have the mortgage. But it is a divorce situation. Once out, I just do not want to call this agent because all they're going to tell me to do is make an offer. So with that said, guys, I'm not going to call this. You could call the agent, talk to them on the side, see if there's something that they want to do. Might be a good way for you to meet an agent if they don't blow your deal. But I'm just not seeing a deal here unless they want to come off on giving me the mortgage information. I'm just not wanting to go through the agent. So let me put in here, not called. And I'm just going to go right into the next one here. I'm trying to keep my recordings not too long. But let me go ahead. Guys, this is Brian. I can't read the asking price. It doesn't have an estimated value on here. The other reason why I didn't call this other one, because I don't have an estimated value. Now, if you gave me an estimated value of this first one that I didn't call the agent back, and they're asking $499, if you told me it was worth more than that, I'd probably call them back. But the fact I don't have a value and it says not distressed written on there tells me I'm not going to call it back. But we really need to get all the information before we start making these callbacks. Well, actually, that's not true. Sometimes you do have to make the callbacks to get the rest of the information. I understand that, but me personally, I don't want to be the one to make that callback. I want somebody in my office making that callback. So if my lead comes in through my answer service, and then I have an assistant, which I'm thinking you guys do, if I have an assistant, my assistant's job is to call these people back to get the rest of the information, to get the asking price, to get what they think that property is worth, to get the mortgage information, to get the amount of repairs that they think the property needs, to get the reason why this property is for sale. And that's the information that I want at minimum. You know, what the payments are the payments current or are the payments behind. I want that at minimum before I make the phone calls back like I'm doing now on recording. I'm just kind of doing this for you guys so you can see how I make my calls. But you know, this maybe is a good learning tool. I hope so. Is that before you guys are sitting down doing what I'm doing and making these callbacks, I have somebody else, you know, making sure I have all of my blanks filled out: asking price, estimated value, mortgage amount, are the payments current or behind, and what are the repairs? What kind of shape is that property in? And I'm not getting that on the majority of these leads that you sent over to me. And if you guys are paying an assistant, I'm trying not to knock your assistant, but you know, business is business. That's what you have your assistant for. That's what your assistant is to be doing, is to call these back, get the rest of the information. And I think I said that like 3 times, just 3 different ways. But I think you get the message. We need more info. We need to get all the info. So I'm just going to go ahead and make this call. Let me see. I can't read half of this. The person's name is Brian. And I think the name of the road is Jasmine. I don't know his asking price, estimated value. It has something written in the mortgage amount, but I can't read it. So we're I'm going to pre-screen him all over again. Hopefully it won't mess up the deal. I don't think it will. I do see the word tenant in here, so it may be a rented property. I can make that out. Okay guys, I am going to upload this so that you can see or hear what I just rambled on about. But we need more info. We need to get, and on a lot of these, we need to get more info before we sit down and make our callbacks. But this is how my day goes, is from all of my leads that come in, I have somebody that calls back, and my leads come in and they sit on my desk right here. All my new leads, they sit right here, just what I'm doing, and they're sitting on my desk. By the way, that's how this one came through for me, just to let you guys know. I can't read that. So I think maybe it's time to tune up the assistant, because the assistant brings it, puts it on your desk, and then you make those phone calls back, and either it's going to be a deal or it's not going to be a deal. You don't want to call just to get preliminary information and then have to say, okay, let me call you back. You want to be able to wrap that thing up about 80 to 90% of the deal, get it wrapped up right then and there by the time you end up making those phone calls. So I'm going to move on to the next one.